You see that building back there? That's a church, or at least it is for now. You know, I never thought I'd be going back into one of those places, but it looks like some things might be changing for me. I've got some big news to announce today, and it may or may not be what you think I'm going to tell you, but either way, it represents a fresh start in 2020 and beyond. So today I want to peel back the curtain on all this mystery and share it all with you on episode 107 of Got It Made. Let's get started. Hey everybody, Happy New Year. It's been a while since I've been on because for the last 3 weeks I thought I was going to be able to come on and make this big announcement, but it's been really slow going. There's been a lot of things going on behind the curtain, but as of 2 days ago, some things finally came together, and now I think I'm comfortable sharing this news with you. On the last episode, I talked about how 2020 was going to have to be different than 2019. I kind of lost my way in 2019, and I made a commitment that 2020 is going to be different. Well, I've jumped in the deep end now, and what I have here is a signed sales agreement on the building that you saw in the opening. I am so excited about this, and I am scared to death. To be honest with you, I'm scared to death. You know, if you've been watching me for the last couple of years, you know that this has been my struggle. This small space that I have to work in now, I've been down at the makerspace last year, and we've been victims of our own success. We've signed up members, and you know, we've got so many people, I'm starting to get crowded out of that place. I've got to do something different. And I have a bigger vision for this property than just for me, and I'm going to tell you about that. But this is exciting stuff. It's also scary. The building is in Bristol, Tennessee. It's about a quarter of a mile at the most off the main drag. It's on the casino side of town. You know, there's going to be a casino in Bristol soon. It was built in the late 80s, and it's in pretty good shape, actually. I mean, there's a few things. It needs some TLC. It needs some dressing up. Need to put some lipstick on the pig, but it's really in pretty good shape. It was built in the late 80s, and somewhere in the early 2000s it was bought by a church and it was converted into a church, and that's how it's been used ever since. About half the building is the sanctuary, and the other half is finished space. Like the lobby is a big area that I'm going to use as a retail area, not only for me. I want it probably limited for me because I sell most of my stuff elsewhere, but I want it to be for other local artisans to have a place to sell their stuff. I would love it if I could have folks like you put your stuff in my shop. There's 2 classrooms, I guess presumably, that have been used by the kids, and here's what I want to do with those. I want to help a couple of other people who have struggled like I have to find a place that they could afford and a place to do their work. I've identified a couple of artists who would like to use that area for their studio, and I want to rent that to them very cheap in exchange for some help with some of the administrative stuff and things like that, you know, whatever it may be, social media, whatever, down the road. Little area, small area for an office. I have a place to do my work, you know, on the computer and all that stuff. A couple of bathrooms. I'd like to take the wall out in between them and put a shower in one of them because I like to take a shower when I get done working. And there's a full kitchen that I won't need. I'll be taking it out. This isn't just something that I envision for me. The beauty of this is it's on about an acre of flat ground, so I'll have plenty of room in the back to put up another building. One day, maybe if things are, you know, if I'm successful with this, put up another building in time that I can provide space that can be rented by other artisans. I know how hard it's been to find a place, and I'd like to be able to provide an affordable place to help other people get started and incubate their own business and their own notoriety and create this little artisan village, the Bristol Artisan Village. That's the grand vision, but I got to get started, and there's still some hurdles to climb, and I'm going to need some help with it. This project is not a done deal. I've still got a lot of hurdles to jump over, but the first monumental mountain has been crossed by negotiating a deal with a church. beyond that, there's 2 or 3 more things that have to happen. One, the building has to appraise, and the survey has to be okay, and the title work's okay, and the inspection's okay. All those things that will have to take place to satisfy a lender. 2 is I'll have to get financing. I'm working with an SBA lender right now. I don't even know if I can get a loan. It's been so long since I've borrowed money, I don't know if I can get a loan. But I do know in order to get an SBA loan, Peter Pan's got to grow up. I've got to do a business plan. I've got to do financial projections for the next 3 years. I've got to organize the business formally and properly. There's a lot of hurdles right there that I've got to overcome. And then the last thing that I have to do is I have to do some fundraising. And yeah, I just went there, and trust me, it takes me to the most uncomfortable corners of my soul. I'm not good at asking for help. I don't know how to ask for help, but I also, in this circumstance, realize that I do need some help. And what I hope that I can accomplish is to raise some money that will help me with help offset the cost of demo and renovation and upfit, and maybe closing costs and repairs to the building, things that I'm going to need some extra cash in order to make this project happen. I have no illusion that I'll raise enough money to buy my shop for cash. That's not my expectation or my hope. I don't think that's a fair expectation or a fair ask, but I do hope that I can help raise enough money to help offset some of these other expenses. You've seen this sitting here, this whole show, and I don't know if you know what this is. This is what I gave $125 for to Jimmy DiResta's shop campaign in 2015. Let's help our guy get that makerspace. There has been a precedent set for what I'm doing, but beyond that, what I really want to communicate is I've done this too. I think about all the people in my life that I've helped in some way. I've inspired, I've entertained, I've helped, I've given money to, made money for, or just extended some other generosity. And I hope that maybe some of that can come back to me now. But this is still uncomfortable and awkward. But I've built a GoFundMe page. I'm no good at this, but I built a GoFundMe page on my website, RedneckDIY.com/shop campaign. There'll be a link in the description box below. And on there you can read a lot more detail than what I've talked about today. Where this started, what we're trying to accomplish, the details of the project, the vision. And at the end, you would have an opportunity to contribute if your heart moved you. The other thing is, I wouldn't ask anyone to help me if I didn't have skin in the game myself. I'm going to have a lot of equity going into this project. Jenny has agreed to contribute some of the money she made when she sold her house, and I'm putting a big chunk of my own money. Together, we'll probably have $50,000 or $60,000 of our own money going toward this. So I've got real skin in the game. I'm serious about it, and I'm trying to show that. On the GoFundMe page, I don't know how to do these things. Everybody does little tributes, like Jimmy had his little tribute right there. I've got different tiers, $20. Everybody who chips in is going to get some like a Redneck DIY Nation ID card. And designs are forthcoming on all this, but it'll be a cool little card, and that'll be your passport to the shop if you ever need one in Tennessee. Go to a higher tier. I'm gonna have T-shirt and hat. A little higher, we'll have like some push sticks, like the DiResta style push stick, or even a shocker stick. Go a little higher tier, and I'll have one of these color core signs, Redneck DIY color core signs, and these are my gifts back to you. We get in the even higher tiers. If you want to come down and spend 2, 3, 4, 5 days here with me in the shop working on your project, or working with me, we can do that. I'll put you up at the command center. I even have one tier where you get a date with Jenny if you want it. So, so that's what we're doing, and I sit here before you humble, with great humility and no expectation. And there we go. Let's get this done. I appreciate you watching, and I'll keep you posted on this journey. It's a big deal to me, and I appreciate you being along for the ride. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for now, and I look forward to seeing you back here again real soon. But until then, I've had a good couple of weeks and a happy new year, and I hope you have too. Thanks for watching.
So it won't be too long before you won't have to worry about me making noise.
I'm telling everybody about the Bristol Artisan Village.
Yeah. Gonna be good.
So are you gonna give me let me use some of your house money to buy this building if I match it?
Oh, of course.
That's what you call a sugar mama. Let me ask you the most important question. If I am a big giant public spectacle / epic fail and I lose everything,
Yeah.
are you still gonna love me?
Yeah.
All right, go to church. There's about to be one less church in Bristol now. Bye.
Oh, you're gonna be the carpenter though, right?
Yeah.